Hi, and welcome to a special Monday edition of Tech Tuesday. I'm here with Mark Wilson. Hi, Mark. We had a huge Apple announcement today. They showed us more about the Apple Watch. What were the main details?
Yeah, they showed us a little bit more. We got the price. That was the big news. So we know the Apple Watch will start at $350 for the aluminum version, $550 for the stainless steel version, and then
$10,000
$10,000
for the
a year.
premium
Yes.
limited edition version. So what else did we learn today about the Apple Watch, Mark?
I mean, that was the thing. I think the biggest surprise of the event was that there was no surprise at all. I mean, all of the apps had sort of been teased or shown before. And most of what we heard about was just the industrial design itself. Like, there were multiple videos breaking down just sort of the metallurgy at play within the Apple Watch.
There was like liquid alloy metals forged in the bowels of Moria. Would you buy one of these, Mark? Did they give you a reason to actually buy one?
No, I was actually hoping that they would come through with one use case scenario that it was like, that's why I need it, right? But that killer app isn't really there yet. Is it the payments? Like, do I want to buy a watch so I can pay for things easier at some places?
I mean, for me, I see it another way, which is that all of those little features combined add up to me a meaningful peripheral device, which is to say that if it allows me to put down my phone for 10% of the day and use this device to do things that I would normally have to pull out my phone and do, I actually think that's a big win. That's enough for me.
I'm also skeptical that it can really replace that experience of pulling your phone out of your pocket. Like, we know that you can preview a text message on the screen. Can you preview the full 140 characters of a text message on the screen? I don't think so, based upon what I've seen. We'll actually have to test it to know. But if not, you're still pulling that phone out of your pockets. Like, you check your Apple Watch, then you pull your phone out. It doesn't necessarily save a step.
Well, a counterpoint to that is that I think there's a big backlash happening against pulling your phone out and looking at your phone all the time, and people are really tired of that. And so I think in some ways Apple is smart in that they are figuring out what the answer is to that problem. In other words, they are, in a classic sense, disrupting themselves before they get disrupted by somebody else.
I'll admit the iPad was actually like that to some extent. There were a lot of people saying, how will this fit into our lives? Then they got it and it was like, whoa, this is really nice for when I sit on the couch and I don't want to, burn my lap with my laptop. So I think that's the one thing Apple has fighting in their sort of corner right now, which is that maybe there's something that even they haven't thought of.
So we want to know from you, what are the remaining questions you have about the Apple Watch that would make you decide to buy it, or have you already decided not to buy it? Let us know, #29th floor on Twitter. Thanks, and see you next week.